So Leo, your week beginning the 13th of October begins with a quarter moon in the tender 12th house. The 12th house, where the moon is, along with Jupiter, is very much about the spiritual dimension, but it can also be where we need to be a bit more protective and where we can feel somewhat more vulnerable. I don't feel that this is the week to be too open with sharing personal details with people you don't know very well. A quarter moon between the 12th and the 3rd houses can also see gossip going around, not necessarily from you or even about you, but just be conscious that if you do just share something to someone who doesn't quite have your best interests at heart, they could recycle that information but not as you exactly told them. If someone tells you something in confidence, keep it in confidence. If you do hear some gossip, probably best to just stay out of it. But Venus does return home to the sign of Libra on Monday. And although she immediately meets an opposition with Neptune, I think for you that could create a certain amount of enchantment if you are connected to someone who does inspire your thinking. Also, Venus forges a dazzling link with Uranus and Pluto. If you're single, the chances of connecting in a significant way are very strong, but you must listen to your instincts because Jupiter's in a square with the Sun this week too. And if you're informed by your hunches not to do something, then do tune into that. But as the week goes on, we are going to see Pluto on Tuesday go direct. If you have been working things out in terms of relationships, even if you're not in one, you may have been thinking a lot about past involvements, about how they've impacted upon you, and how you feel about what you've got to offer or even what you need from others. The deep energies of Pluto in retrograde may have helped you to clarify all of that, but going forwards, and particularly with that link to Uranus and Venus, you could feel much more outgoing. It's just that as this week develops, Mercury, the communicator, links with Mars, which can be the aggravator in your 4th house. If you do feel a little unsettled, maybe in a relationship with a neighbour, a sibling, someone in your community, you may find that your emotions can seem that much rawer in the latter part of this week. In fact, if you feel provoked, you may be tempted to really tell someone exactly how you feel in a way that they're just not expecting. So that can be very positive. And of course, Scorpio is very deep and penetrative, but it's also worth remembering that Mercury conjunct Mars in the 4th house can be somewhat triggering and perhaps defensive. So just be conscious of that. But on the whole, the energy in the sign of Libra, particularly with Venus, means that your words, your self-expression, can be something that have a significant impact on people that you come into contact with, and particularly over the next month as Venus blesses this part of your horoscope. If you've yet to check out your year 2026 deep dive forecast, please check out the link beneath this video.